Hey guys, my name is Macy. I want us to talk about stereotypes that cage women, just like the title says. I have 3 stereotypes that are harmful and 4 that are non-harmful. The first stereotype is women are too emotional. The second one is women's value decreases after sex. And the third one is men are better leaders than women. So the first stereotype, just like I've said, women are too emotional. We have heard this a lot, and I want to say something about it. I know that this is a very strong starting point, but let me speak my shit. Let me cook. Let me say what I think, just like everyone else does, because there is freedom of expression here. Well, at least in my country, we have freedom of expression. So I want to focus on anger specifically. That's the emotion I want to focus on, not to say that the other emotions are any less, but I want to focus on anger. So when a woman becomes angry, she's labeled as hysterical or even unstable. I personally think, I shouldn't say I personally. I think anger is a very normal emotion that is felt by everyone. Don't you all agree? Why is it that when a woman experiences anger, it is judged more harshly? Anger signals disrespect, injustice, or a boundary being crossed. Yes, baby girl, you're feeling angry because the boundaries are being crossed. And I imagine setting a boundary, communicating the boundary, and then the person mwenye anakukasirisha anaicross. Kwanza intentionally. It's like, what's going on? Anyways, I think reactive abuse is interconnected too. Is it to or with anger? And this is how I think it is interconnected. First of all, reactive abuse is when someone is pushed to their breaking point, hence making them react with yelling and with insults. This is me. I'm so easy to rage bait. Reactive abuse inaweza kuwa pia ni rage baiting kwa wenye wanashangaa hii neno ingine imetoka wapi. Reactive abuse is rage baiting. And I have been a victim of this in so many instances. So na nikajipata nimeyell at someone, kwanza nikayell, nikatusiana. But this is what I have to say about reactive abuse. Reactive abuse is very calculated. Most abusers will study you and find out your triggers, then use them against you. So please learn how to control your reactivity. This I'm not even telling to you, my viewer. I'm saying it to myself. I really need to learn how to control my reactivity because, kakitu kadogo hivi, nitaanza tu, especially when I'm dating. I will yell at you and insult you. Well, anyways, let's go on. So reactive abuse, like we have said, is when you push someone to their breaking point, henceforth they react. So you see, you are the one who has pushed them, then they have reacted. Let's go on. So after the abuser does this, because what have you said, it is doing this to someone, baiting someone is reactive abuse. So after the abuser pushes you to a breaking point, then you become angry, then you use insults, then you start yelling at them, then they use that yelling as proof of you being crazy. And this has happened to me and I did not like it at all. Anyways, I'd prefer to be labeled as crazy compared to getting an autoimmune disease because I chose to suppress my anger. But that is beyond my point today. In this case, when you're being abused, when like reactive abuse is happening to you, your anger isn't the problem. The problem is the abuser. And this should stop. If mimi nikuwa na set rules ningesema hii kome. But let's go on. Let me tell you how to channel your anger properly. I hope you have gotten me because Sirudi. How to channel your anger properly. Acknowledge and accept that you're feeling angry. Acknowledging your anger, to simama hapo pa acknowledging, because this is the first step. This is how you learn to deal with your anger. You acknowledge it by saying out loud, I'm noticing that I'm feeling angry. I'm noticing that I have started to feel angry. Then number 2, your anger is signaling something, just like I have told you. And that is why you have to acknowledge it. What have I told you your anger is signaling? How it is signaling that your boundary is being crossed, or like a boundary is being crossed. Oh my goodness. Oh my God, what is happening to what guy? So number 3, how you're going to channel your anger properly. Tumesema aje, you acknowledge and accept that you're angry. The first step is always acceptance. Then number 2, remind yourself that you are angry because your boundaries have been crossed, ama you have been disrespected, ama injustice may happen to us or to somebody you like or you love. So number 3, after umejikumbusha that your anger is signaling something, journal about the situation, or maybe take a walk, or cry into a pillow. There's nothing wrong with doing that. I've done that. I did that yesterday. I cried. No, I did not cry into a pillow. I shouted into a pillow. Or maybe you can try boxing. I've always thought about this. I think I'll pay for boxing classes soonest. So that you let the anger out of your system. You could also wash your face with cold water. I also do this whenever I'm feeling like I'm tweaking. When, reactive abuse imenihapenia. Na imenihapenia pia mimi. Na usisahau tumesema reactive abuse is when someone pushes you beyond your breaking point. And that is what we are talking about. Tunaongelea ile anga yenye haitoki kwako. Anga yenye inakosiwa by another person. And I'm telling you that is abuse. And abusers know because they study you. Mpaka anaona ni wapi naweza finya ni mtrigger, then wewe because they easy to rage bait just like me unakuwa triggered, na tunafaa tukome hii tabia tuache. So anyways, after we wash your face with cold water, remember to try your best to recognize when you're being provoked, because you also have a responsibility. See to the abuser, anafanya kazi tu zake, anaendelea na maisha how best he or she knows how to, na wewe sasa utafanya nini juu hujui kama ataacha kukuabuse. Most abusers don't stop, they never stop. So you as the one who's being abused, you also have a responsibility kujikumbusha that I can control my reactivity. Anyways, remember that your anger remember that anger isn't the enemy, but suppressing your anger could be an enemy. That's why I have said I'd prefer to be labeled as crazy compared to getting an autoimmune disease because I chose to suppress my anger. Abusers hate to see me coming because I will shout out at you. I will yell. I will insult you. It's almost a given with me. So anyways, the second stereotype is women's value decreases after sex. Ya kwanza tumesema ni ya women are too emotional, na tukafocus on anger. Nikakwambia mambo yote ya reactive abuse. You could read into that ndio uone maybe if hujanielewa kabisa. Then the second stereotype is women's value decreases after sex. I only have 2 things to say about this. I find this one very immature and backwards. Placing a woman's value on her virginity or purity would make women sex objects. The third stereotype. And remember, nilisema hii video iko 2 parts. Part 1 ni harmful stereotypes. Part 2 ni non-harmful stereotypes. So the third harmful stereotype is men are better leaders than women. And here, chenye tu nitakupea hapa ni the qualities of a good leader. Then wewe uta decide wale leaders unajua, do they have these qualities? So, 8 qualities of a good leader. Number 1, emotional intelligence. Number 2, integrity and trustworthiness. Number 3, vision and strategic thinking. Number 3, vision and strategic thinking. Number 4, communication skills. Number 5, empathy and compassion. Number 6, resilience and adaptability. Number 7, ability to inspire and develop others. Number 8, courage and decisiveness. So, do wale leaders unajua, despite of their gender, do they embody these 8 qualities of a good leader? You tell me. Niambia hapo kwa comment section. Naweza taka kujua sana. But then you guys, you never comment on my videos. What's up? What am I doing wrong? Hey, number 2, part 2 now. Let's talk about the non-harmful stereotypes. Isn't it azitaja too? Then you know what to do with them. Number 1, women are not good drivers. I'm not a driver, so I don't own a car. So sijui naweza sema nini about that, but I can feel it in my system that sitakuwa a good driver. Especially at night. I don't think I'll ever be able to drive my car at night because I know I'll get a car. Amen. So, number 2, women are not funny. Number 3, women only date men for survival. Women only date men for survival. Imagine that, my fellow ladies. Na hapa naweza taka kuongeza, women date rich men for money. I don't date rich men for money. I date rich men because they have money. To twist you ikuwe hivyo. I prefer dating rich men compared to poor men. Nisonge nyuma kiasi. Yeah. It is what it is. Number 4, women are the weaker gender. Kidogo niseme kitu about this. I don't really think women are the weaker gender. This one is bad kwangu kwa sababu it makes some strong and very capable women hide and henceforth abuse their fellow women. Let that soak in. Anyways, that's the last point. Thank you for watching. Remember to recognize when you're being triggered, and please like, share, and subscribe. Nakupenda.